Well, with a little comment, Garrett Otto, one of our reporters, got to sit down with Phil Ralston a little bit ago. So we'll toss it over to you, Garrett.
All right, I'm here with Coach Ralston, and Coach Ralston, starting 16-2, you've had a good start to the season. How do you feel about this last stretch of the season?
Well, this is going to be a tough stretch. Got 10 games between now and regionals, and 8 games of them are going to be for conference. So we really don't have a lot of margin for error. So the key for us is just keeping our focus, playing one game at a time, and then trying to make sure we handle our business the way we know we can.
And early next month, you're going to be facing St. Charles East, one of the teams that gave you one of those losses. Have you focused on them at all?
Well, you can't focus too much. Obviously, we're trying to prepare our team for the toughest challenges that we have facing us going forward. And East is one of those teams. So, obviously, it's not that we haven't thought about it, but our focus is going to be our next opponent.
So does discussion of playoffs ever come up, or are you just really focused on that next game only?
Well, you have to focus on the next game. That's where, if you lose your focus between that and wherever your goal is going to be, that's where you pick up your losses. And the kids have been very good at making sure that they focus on whoever's next. But obviously, East and the regionals, our goal every year is we want to win a regional. And last year was my first year where that happened. And that was a great thing, but we're going to try to build the team in such a way that we are putting ourselves in the best position to do that.
And what's been the most difficult part of the season?
Honestly, part of it has been, and it's every team has problems. One of our problems is that we got a lot of kids that can play, and it's trying to get the most out of the players that we have, make our team the best that it possibly can be. And fortunately, we have a lot of pieces to that puzzle.
Well, as you can see, the guys are looking good for the rest of the season, feeling kind of confident on their run. But the girls team here, Geneva, is also doing very well, coming off of they just had a runner-up completion in the tournament. They've got a great streak going on in conference. They're looking really good.
Mainly, what you can see with this girls team is the depth that's really pushing them through. I know we talked about the injuries earlier in the show. Those will be big for this game coming up tonight, but Geneva has the players on the bench that can get it done and step in for those big-time names that we won't be seeing tonight.
They've got a lot of scorers on that bench. It'll be exciting to see how they do against the Batavia Bulldogs, who are another powerful force, but they've been doing pretty good this season. And GTV reporter Aaron Housengate got to sit down with the coach for the girls basketball team, Coach Meadows.
Right now, we're undefeated in conference, and that's a goal for us, is to stay undefeated in conference. So I think when we play competition, we get better. When we play those competitive games, and most of them we've lost, but when we play better teams and we get the pressure situations that we want, we've got to learn from it. So we're starting to get there. We're starting to learn. So that's probably been our biggest breakthrough. A lot of these kids haven't played together because we have 2 freshmen playing with us, so it's just about reps and getting experience. They're doing great. I mean, it's hard to be a 14 or 15-year-old kid and step up and play varsity basketball, and they've proved that they can do it. We feel good. I mean, we're a little banged up right now, but this is the time to be banged up, not in 3 weeks. So, so far, I mean, we're doing a nice job, and we learn and get better after every game.
Well, TK, as you can see, both teams are doing pretty well as we look over the season and just kind of what's been going on, but let's come down to what really matters. How do you think tonight's going to go for the Vikings?
Honestly, I think the Vikings are prepared. I was talking to someone before we did this, and they're amped up, they're ready. I don't think Batavia really knows what it's going to be like coming into the Geneva home court. The atmosphere has changed a lot from what it has been the past few years. We have a new super fan this year that's really keeping the crowd into it. I think it's going to be a great night. It's going to be loud. I think it's going to be one of the top games of the year.
Geneva's not a team that goes down easy at home, and we've seen that in a lot of the past games. But especially when the fact that Geneva was able to beat Batavia at Batavia, it does kind of seem that even there, Geneva brought a huge fan force. So think about it when it's a home game. I agree. I might have to go with it being definitely a Geneva winner, knock on wood. But even then, it might still be close. There's a lot of speed that Batavia has. Geneva's mostly, obviously, very tall. 6'10", Fuzak, 6'7", Landy, Loudon. It's definitely a height versus speed game, but I think Geneva can win that. Now, on to the girls.
And the girls' game, I think it's going to be the same. I personally choose Geneva. I think coming in, seeing last week their big win against St. Charles North was one of the loudest crowds I've ever heard for a girls' game. I think it's going to be that ×2 tonight. I also think that both Batavia teams are going to be coming with the chip on their shoulder. So it's going to be extremely close, but I also pick Geneva for the girls' side.
All right, I might have to agree with that too. Geneva is, even if it's missing a few players, just even the 5 girls coming off the bench are still amazing athletes, and all the girls on that team, I mean, they're there for a reason. They definitely have proven their worth, all 10 of them, and even then, you've got just countless of tiers of kids coming up and girls that are able to play basketball and are able to make that Geneva team into a powerhouse in the Upstate 8. So I feel like even with the injuries, Geneva still might be pulling through. So it's going to be an exciting matchup, definitely. That's one thing that we can guarantee. So just tune in, and it'll be definitely one to watch. I'm Evan Wiseman.
And I'm TK Hood.
And for GTV, thanks for watching.